The Tanzanian government, through their Vice President Samia Suluhu, has finally announced the death of President John Pombe Magufuli.
Tarehe 17 Machi mwaka huu 2021 majira ya saa 12 jioni tumempoteza kiongozi wetu shupavu, Rais wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania, Mheshimiwa Dr. John Pombe Joseph Magufuli, ambaye amefariki kwa maradhi ya moyo katika hospitali ya Mzena jijini Dar-Es-Salaam.
John Pombe Magufuli died of heart attack in Dar-Es-Salaam. But as Kenyans, we believe that John Pombe Magufuli succumbed much earlier. But let us go by the information from the Tanzanian government. And in my considered opinion, the new government in Tanzania must do 5 things almost immediately. But who is John Pombe Magufuli? John Pombe Magufuli was born in Chato in 1959. He then went to the University of Dar-es-Salaam, where he graduated with the Bachelor's of Chemistry in 1998. Then John Magufuli actually worked as an industrial chemist up to 1995. And then from 1995, he joined politics and he was appointed as a minister. And he served there until 2015, when he was elected as the president of the Republic of Tanzania. So may I take this opportunity to send my condolences to the people of Tanzania, to the family, and to friends of John Pombe Magufuli. John Pombe Magufuli was a very close friend to Raila Odinga of Kenya. John Pombe Magufuli is one president who has left a great mark in Africa. John Pombe Magufuli fought corruption. John Pombe Magufuli developed Tanzania. But John Pombe Magufuli also had his other side. So the new government in Tanzania, in my considered opinion, must move very fast to do these 5 things. The first thing they must do is that they must take the issue of COVID seriously. John Pombe Magufuli is one of the most educated leaders in Africa. But the way he handled this disease, in my considered opinion, was not the best. As the president of the Republic of Tanzania, and as a leader, even if he didn't believe that this particular disease existed, he ought to have shown leadership. The entire world cannot be wrong that it's only Magufuli who was right. Magufuli has succumbed to heart disease, according to the government. We all know that his cabinet, his government, several senior government officials have succumbed to this disease. In fact, there was a photo which was being circulated online, and in that photo, there were around 4 people. And 3 of them, I think when he was being sworn in, 3 of them had succumbed. It was only John Pombe Magufuli who was still surviving. So the new government must, as a matter of urgency, start leading the nation called Tanzania to follow the right COVID protocols. The people of Tanzania must start putting on their masks. The people of Tanzania must start sanitizing. And the people of Tanzania must, as a matter of urgency, start washing their hands and keep social distancing. If they won't do that, then still they will be punished. John Pombe Magufuli succumbed to COVID. He had those underlying diseases, and when this thing hit, he had to go. Just putting a mask would have saved the Tanzanian from losing one of the best presidents we have in Africa. So that's the first thing the new leadership must take. They must follow the World Health Organization, WHO protocol on managing COVID. That's the first thing. The second thing they must do is that they must continue with the good work which John Pombe Magufuli was doing. John Pombe Magufuli was fighting corruption in Tanzania. When he took over power, John Pombe Magufuli decided to stop any foreign trips, unnecessary foreign trips by government officials. Because of that move alone, he saved billions and billions of Tanzanian money. And those monies were actually used. I think one of them was that airport, complete, and several projects. When Kenyan government was borrowing heavily from the Chinese government, John Pombe Magufuli decided to just construct SGR. So he saved the country a lot of money. Kenya today, we are suffering. We are overburdened because we are paying a loan which was inflated, and a few guys here and there just benefited. So the new government must continue with the fight against corruption. The third thing, which I think should actually be the first thing he must do, the lady must do, because I think that I'll go and do a lot of research on Tanzania, especially on the transition. But my understanding is that the vice president is likely to continue with the remainder of the term. It's likely to be sworn in. The lady is likely to be sworn in to continue with the term. So the third thing, which should actually be the first thing she must do, is to reach out to the opposition in Tanzania. The opposition leader from that area, Tundu Lissu, survived an attempt on his life. 16 resources iliingia. He survived. This guy has been very bitter with John Pombe Magufuli. He's been very bitter with the ruling party. So as a sign of goodwill, the next president must reach out to Tundu Lissu, to the opposition leaders, because remember, John Pombe Magufuli became a strong man. He was prosecuting critics. In fact, by this week, several Tanzanian opposition leaders from that area were actually coming into this country called Kenya because they feared for their lives. Even saying that Pombe Magufuli was sick became a huge problem. Take, for example, with our country. The opposition leader, Raila Odinga, was sick. He went to hospital, he was treated, and he kept telling the nation how he was faring. So the next president of Tanzania must reach out to the opposition leaders and agree to work together. Not necessarily working together that they are in the same government, no, but they can work mutually. Just like in Kenya, at least we have a government and we have opposition, like any other country, but not what Magufuli was doing. It's not really fair. And the last thing she must do, is the return of the rule of law in Tanzania. In Tanzania, John Pombe Magufuli made it very difficult, even for the media, to report a single thing. It was shocking that the people of Tanzania were actually depending on Kenyans online to get information about their president. I mean, that shocked me. How can a country, highly respected country like Tanzania, where the residents are actually obedient to the law, unlike Kenya? You know, Kenyans can be very rowdy. They can be rude. Kenyans can obey the rule of law. But this is a country where citizens all along grew up knowing that you must obey the rules. But here, these guys could not even comment on Twitter. They could not even comment online. They could not even ask where their president was. So they had to rely on Kenyans. Anybody who dared posting, asking these questions, most of them were being arrested. So return to the rule of law in Tanzania is something the new president of the Republic of Tanzania, Madam Samia Suluhu, must do. I remember Last week, there was this intelligence report which explained so well the state of John Pombe Magufuli. It was in this country. Everybody had it. In Tanzania, they couldn't. So the rule of law must return to Tanzania. Otherwise, John Pombe Magufuli was one of the best presidents. I'm not saying because he's now dead, no. Generally, John Pombe Magufuli, compared to other African leaders, was one of the most outstanding presidents we've ever produced in Africa in a very long time. If he just obeyed the rule of law, respected the opposition, if John Pombe Magufuli just decided to be a leader and lead the nation in following the World Health Organization protocols, I'm sure today Tanzania would be somewhere. But now his history, and I know the media is going to scream about it, that John Pombe Magufuli is the first president to succumb to COVID, because these details can be hidden, but not forever. Thank you guys, and to the people of Tanzania, tuko pamoja. I know most of you guys wako hapa, wa Tanzania wengi sana wako hapa, and I know even one of them, a very good friend of mine, who is in the United States, but a very good friend of Magufuli. We always talk about these issues. Please take heart. But we hope Tanzania is going to rise from this particular unfortunate event. Thank you guys, and please, may you have a good day.